Hey everybody, Jay Barino here, and welcome back. We're playing the true story of Arkain. We're on to Dogs of War Part 2. Well, it's my own Part 2. It's not Part 2, the mission. It's just, there's a lot of bases on this map, and they're all kind of spread out and stuff. I'm trying to actually, get enough stuff at home for defense before we make any sort of forward progress here. We took care of one large enemy base, and we found another one down here, which seemed absolutely stacked with units. I actually think if all the enemy attacks come from over there, then as long as we defend against the occasional fire golem, then, you know, we're good. We're good to, start making some progress here. I'm going to make a lot of little guys. The reason we're going to make a lot of little guys is they can pillage. We have our new lumber harvesting operation set up down here. What I very well might even do is build a great hall here just so we can make more runts. And I don't think we're even going to need that many towers over here because we are going to be sitting over here where the enemy base is. Can we outrange the towers? I think we can. That's going to draw on a lot of stuff. Will it? It will. Okay, yeah, let's fight them kind of back here. All right, 3 merciless at once. And a lot of guys, actually. We throw down a fatty Amari debuff here. This is Rockman territory for sure. Everybody move in. Mystics in the back doing their best, and we just make Bloodhounds to rally up here, and we transfer for gold. Okay, just keep them debuffed where you can. You guys just need to start hitting buildings. This actually went very, very well, but it looks like they're able to reinforce this very, very, very fast. Sir, come on over here, please.
Our tower is under attack.
You will be killed. You will be promptly killed. Okay, no, that's fine. You come on over here. I will get some demolishers. We're in, but we're not in. We have to be able to get in and actually start destroying structures. So we pick some production structures and then we go from there. Did one of them make it in? Yeah, he did. Okay.
We're under attack.
Okay, let's go. And the best I can do is just pick some production structures and pick them off. Kill one, move on to the next. As we kill each barracks, it forces them to have to rebuild each of them. And as I get some demolishers in here too, we put them in the same group. Now, keep in mind, if you remember, the first. Oh, okay. Just draw them. Just bring them down here. Just bring them down here. Heroes, back up. You're too deep. You're too deep. If some of this stuff is pre-placed, that's acceptable to me. Okay, great. Yes, repair these. You move up to the front.
What is your will?
We are losing some of our forward momentum here. We are losing some of our forward momentum here. I feel like I was going to say, I have units. We got to get them up there. I'm going to get a few more mystics? Not mystics, wardens. Attack, attack, attack. We go for the castle as well. Every production structure we destroy is massive. It's a massive get. Well, that's unfortunate, but maybe if they destroy that, then they'll turn around and leave. That's actually what I'm expecting will happen. Okay, that's fine. They can chain into that. We got to remember, though, to actually... get that stuff back up, or rebuild our... We can't let them just, fully destroy my lumber harvesting operations. We have to rebuild it. Where can we do that? Maybe even against the fortress up here. That's fine. Anywhere we can get some lumber. That's, you know, that's what we got to do. I guess if we release the harpies here, they'll help us destroy the base. Go for the castle now. Heroes, we're just going to take out these towers real quick. And once the castle's down, we should be in great shape. Rockman time. He yells. Just keep debuffing what we can. Just destroy the single tower. Or just get stunned for legitimate years. Okay, we drew it. Yeah, there's 2 bases back here. And because there's 2 bases, they, okay, that was a good get. We're going to back up a little bit. You know what? Let the harpies out. They'll help us here. Because there's 2 bases, there's 2 defensive forces that sit here together. Okay, losing Grofsag there hurts a lot. We shut down one of the bases straight up. Medallion of Courage might be good on Grofsag. I'm not so sure. Do not let them rebuild this, though. Okay, delightful. Okay, we made the progress that I think we needed to make. The lower base will continue sending attacks down to kill my lumber harvesting, though, which is a problem. We're going to get a bunch more workers. We're going to build... Again, if we build kind of outlying... If we build kind of outlying areas like this, it'll draw those enemy attacks into us. Okay, back up here. Or Zeppelins, you can back up here. Oh, I guess I didn't think about that. I'm not sure where these spawn from. It seems like they spawn from the outskirts of the fortress. That's fine. And then I've got this huge area here. Give me some gold. The gold mechanic is like, you know, it's whatever. Okay, one of 2 of these bases has been shut down, I believe.
Our town is under attack.
But keep in mind, again, we are very dependent on our lumber income here. So if that stops, then there'll be problems. This Red Fist base in the middle seems crazy as well. Again, we want to let all the harpies out, the remaining harpies out at the same time. I panicked and basically had to let these harpies out all at the same time. Or that we had to let that one group of harpies out. Okay, cool. Workers down there.
Work complete.
Now, I could attack the bottom base from the bottom so that we catch their incoming attacks along the way. I have to actually build enough stuff to do that. Okay, Grofsag is back. Love to wait for some mana on my heroes. These 2 Zeppelins have been heroes, honestly. That's why I've been making them. We'll get some Crystal Golems. I think Crystal Golems are very good, very tanky. Our leadership boni is in them. Yeah, let's come on down here. We're cutting down the forest of the entirety of Knoll Island. There's also something wacky wild going on with a temple on Knoll Island or something like that. If I remember correctly, something's going on with a temple somewhere. Hello. Use your ult, because otherwise you're going to die. I brought my other units down, right? Are we going to have to go Rockman for this? I think we got to go Rockman for this. That's fine. We're not in a position to push through the other enemy base anyway, so let's just take care of this in whatever way we need to. We moved down here at the exact right time. Okay, this is my anti-building. Yeah, these are 12 supply, but they, I feel like, have been absolutely worth it the whole time. Dude, that runt is actually a hero. Did you see what he did? What a guy. And we just have lumber collection structures everywhere. Now we can go around that fire. I don't think there's going to be anything back here, but, man, where are they coming from? Don't worry, we got cannon towers. I think this base up here is rebuilt.
We're under attack. Our town is under attack.
I really think it has. Fire golems don't make me laugh. Just annoying, you know?
I am sworn.
Okay, we come up and around. Hey, well, let's go check. If they would have rebuilt a... If that barracks has been rebuilt, if we just, like, duck in there and look, then yes, they've rebuilt everything. I hope that's not the case. That's a fire golem. The nice thing about our setup down here is if they, they can do whatever they want. Okay, no, I think this top base is not rebuilt.
Come and get it.
It might all be the bottom base?
I am sworn to avenge. I shall not fear.
Now I'm not so sure.
Standing guard.
Okay, let's not let out the... There's no reason to let out the harpies yet. There's like 4 or 5 crates left plus the one up top. We'll get that later. We need our bloodhounds back out.
In position.
The bottom area is in danger, though, because they can easily attack from that direction. We run in a circle. I'm just getting rid of these so that my units don't get distracted by them later, because that is wont to happen. Okay, lumber income still leaves a lot to be desired. We're trying. Like, we have a lot of workers, but maybe we need even more? I mean, holy cow. Don't do that. We do have bloodhounds, though. We can go ahead and just start pillaging these farms up here for any little bit, honestly.
In position.
Another thing we could do, this is a little cheesy, but I think I'm going to go ahead and do it, is bring a worker down to that base and build buildings in their base. That'll cause their attack waves to attack those buildings. You know what I mean?
Standing guard.
I also don't know if opening up the enemy base will cause me problems.
Speak your mind.
Okay, many merciless. I don't know if I was quite prepared for this.
Make it fast.
Yeah, this is Rockman territory. Well, we let some more harpies out. You know what? Go and grab the other ones, too. Okay, make them... As long as we're making the melee units miss, I feel okay about that. Where am I railing units to? Because I feel like I've been building army units for a long time, and they exist somewhere, and I don't know where. Oh, they actually killed one of my Zeppelins. What do we got here? Medallion of Courage. We'll take a look and see if that's going to be good on anybody.
We're under attack.
Okay, tower. Just get rid of them. Let's go ahead and build another Zeppelin. They're very good. They're very good. Are there technically 3 bases back here? I think actually what it comes down to is there's just a lot of pre-placed stuff. I think there's just a lot of pre-placed stuff. Similar to how in this base there's a lot of pre-placed stuff. Okay, that's good. That's working out. Yeah, we got some crystal golems. You love to see it. And yeah, I knew I had queued up a bunch of other stuff, and I'm like, where is it? I just had a bad rally point. Okay, guess what? More Bloodhounds? And again, I like the Brawlers as like a follow-up. They're a good follow-up. And as it turns out, actually, letting the Harpies out not all at once is probably for the best, because, yeah, then he uses his ultimate. Once we kill him, though, then there won't be any more fire golems. But in theory, once we've killed him, then that's like the end of the map, right? Okay, we have another box up there. He just uses ult, so if we can get to the remaining crates and just, like, do it all now, then, you know, that would be great. Grofsag is the one who would want Medallion of Courage. Is he holding anything that I want to get rid of? I don't think so. Ring +4 is good. Is that it? You know, losing 2 strength on him for 4 intelligence is probably worth it, actually. There's all the... Now we can get into the base if we want. That may actually cause that base to attack us now.
What is your will?
Okay, other Zeppelin. I didn't want him flying over the enemy base, so that's why I did this. Okay, cool. We got him to spawn one of those things in a bad spot. Just start attacking the castle, please. And then you also come on down here, start attacking the castle. And I will maneuver my heroes up here to kill these workers. Oh, good, we made him go militia. We're gonna let out more harpies. Very nice. Honestly, yeah, letting the harpies out to help you destroy the base is the right answer, I think. We're gonna make demolishers. My lumber harvesting should be safe now. Just looking for more harpies. I know the one that's further up as well. It says there's 3 remaining. I know where one of them is. Okay, destroy the castle now. And yeah, I'm making demolishers to actually kill the enemy base. Claws plus 12. Who?
Make it fast.
I'm really happy with all of Amari's items at this point. She needs the survivability with the gem, in my opinion. Maybe the gloves? I mean, she's got the fire hand gauntlets.
We're under attack!
Okay, it's just that easy. There's 2 harpy cages left. They must be down along the bottom of the map. Okay, Grofsek Scream. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to... This is 3 armor and 3 strength. That's not fantastic either. I think we're going to do this and this. There we go. It's a very, very minor decrease, but I would rather have the medallion on him for the intelligence because his spells are... You know what? We haven't had any issues with his mana, though. Come on back, Grofsag. I take it back. I take it back. I feel like Grofsag and Amari's items are pretty much what they need to be for the rest of the map, you know? Or the rest of the... Like, the rest of the campaign forever. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. Oh, it's that one barracks up there.
Speak your mind.
Okay, save my demolishers that are running in here, please. Well, I mean, at least attack the actual structure, heroes, okay? What I like here, again, what the Harpies are doing is they're annihilating a lot of the outlying stuff. If he uses an ult here, we're That's not good. I could try and get Grofsag up there to just bop him. Okay, he has a... Oh, he's dead. This is not over yet, barbarians. Coward. Well, it's possible my Harpies will just finish this, because it doesn't seem like there's much anti-air left. That's got to be their last one. You know, it has to be, right? We'll just build some range units to take care of them. Claws plus 12 and Medallion of Courage. I mean, I don't think we have to overly... I don't think we have to min-max this in any way. I'm pretty sure is GG. I'm glad I split this, because this would have ended up a little too long. Dude, that guy, he just ran in. He's way too far ahead. I like this. Even when we play as humans, I think, like, again, you throw in, like, 2 Destructors. You don't need a lot. They can snipe buildings, and it's way safer than having Demolishers. That's the thing. The Demolishers are slow. They're unwieldy. It's hard to reinforce them. They don't die very easily. They're way more useful against all units, and you can use them to snipe buildings. But, again, one of these is the supply cost of, what, 3 Demolishers? That's substantial. All right, there's one left.
Make it fast.
It's got to be right down here, right?
Wrecking crew here.
Yeah, it's got to be that.
Our town is under attack.
We have to do this before the Harpies win the mission. This is a pretty fun map. It's like, it's got a lot of ways to get that forward momentum, and the Harpies that you release, no matter where you release them, are actually quite strong. Let's go ahead and get this so that we get credit for finishing it. Incredible. And poor Gran is just in there. Okay, there we go. Harpy Swarms is done. Did I miss any taunts? Did I miss... What did I miss anything? Just a lot of side quest updates here. I mean, there'd be 12 of them. Clever beasts. But that will not help you. You shall die. We shall not fail the Duke. The Orcs and their allies must all die. And then there... Yeah, no lore. I built some units here because the idea was we'd lure these things back to the towers, but I don't even think that's necessary. Good job. Deforestation of Knoll Island. Again, and something going on with a temple on Knoll Island where the Knolls don't know what it is, but it might have been a temple to one of the 4, like from back in the day. I'm not so sure. We didn't even need to assault this center base. The Harpies did it for us, and I'm pretty sure the Harpy Queens do chaos damage. What I like is that it's not just like, oh, it releases 4 Harpies. It's like a substantial amount of Harpies. Very nice. Very nice. The only thing, again, is like, you know, item management, but frankly, I feel like these heroes all have stuff on them that doesn't need to be replaced. Ah, finally free. Woof! I knew I could count on you, Taznok. My king, it's good to see you in good health and out of that degrading cage. Without the help of the Orcs, we would not have been able to free you. Wait, Orcs? Here? I am Gran Gorhal, King of the Knolls. What brings you to my island, Greenskin? It is an honor to meet you, King Gorhal. I am Amari. My companion Grofsag is helping your forces hunt down the remnants of the Red Fist as we speak. We are here to propose an alliance between our people against a common foe, the humans of Saria, as well as those that just threatened your island mere moments ago. We have formed alliances with many other races such as the Dark Trolls, Goblins, Centaurs, Bearmen, and more to fight against the common foe. In return for your aid, we promise you your own portion of lands on the mainland as well as support against any foe that threatens your lands. An interesting proposal. Snarl! However, I have no reason to join such a conflict. Despite our differences with the Saurians, we have no interest in conquering holdings on the mainland. Your support in my rescue will not be forgotten and be rewarded accordingly, of course, but I'm not willing to drag my people into war because of it, especially not side by side with a race with a reputation such as yours, Orc. Woof. Your prejudices are misplaced, King Gorhal. Your island has never been raided by the Orcs, and all we've done since we came here is help you and your people, yet you judge us. True! I did not mean to insult you, Lady Amari. Woof! However, the Orcs have a reputation of raiders and pillagers more than anything. You too must agree with that and see why I hesitate. Naturally. I assure you, however, that the Orcs are changing. A new age is upon us. If you know anything about the Orcs, then you know that the raiders and pillagers you have heard about would never ally with other races yet. I have united many races under one banner. That's right, Amari. Take credit, girl. To what end? To conquer Sauria? Yes, to create a place for all our races to live. My people already accepted that they need to change. Otherwise, I wouldn't be standing here. The old Orcs did not let their women fight in battle. There are more changes yet to come. I'm not sure I like the way that sounds, Lady Amari. It sounds ominous, almost. Snarl. My apologies, Your Majesty. That was not how I wanted to put it, of course. I merely wish to explain the Orcs that once raided the coasts of the kingdoms are a thing of the past. A new order is taking their place. I will not force you to do anything, but I urge you to consider this. The humans have attacked you without any provocation on your part and have weakened your realm. There are more humans who may take advantage of the situation. The Saurians want your islands for themselves, that is no secret. They even tolerate the presence of pirates to harass you. We could help each other, King Gorhal. Your renowned architects would be great aid in building our realm, while your powerful armies would provide the discipline we are currently lacking. In exchange, you would gain more lands and loyal allies. Very well, Lady Amari. I'm willing to accept your proposal, under 2 conditions. First, no matter how the lands of Sauria are split between the different races of our alliance, Knoll Island belongs to us. There will be no outside forces settling on our homeland. Not just that, but it will remain under our direct rule without anyone else claiming it as their own. I want you to guarantee that to me. You have my word on that, King Gorhowl. We will not take your lands for our own. I will personally make sure that my father, who's the actual leader of the invasion force, will also respect that. Ha! Womp womp. Woof! Good. What is your second condition, Your Majesty? The leader of the humans who attacked my lands in Sauria. I heard the humans talking about that. He must be punished for his deeds. He must either pay with his life or by being put into prison. Prison. But of course, King Gorhowl. Amari, we have a problem. What is it? Pirates! They must have surrounded while we were busy fighting the humans. They must have arrived while we were busy fighting the humans. We're completely surrounded. Oh! What a shocking ending. A cliffhanger. A bit of a shorter episode here. I like how it's... I don't remember in the second Orc books if the Gnolls were as hesitant as they are in the true story to join us or not. I don't remember. But it does feel like, in general, the Dominion isn't just falling into place very easily like it did in the second Orc book, in my opinion, which I like. Amari is a little more sinister, but also pretty straightforward and honest with her allies and the people she's sort of courting to join the Orc-led alliance. I appreciate that. Like, she's making an active effort to acknowledge the Orcs' faults and also change them. As opposed to, again, in the second Orc book, it's sort of like, poof! The Dominion has been created because all these races were desperate and they had no choice, and now we're just to change society. It feels like they're actually going through these changes together now, which I appreciate. It's not just like a easy peasy thing. I like the eventual tribal Dominion. I like the Orc factions. It's just because they have a very nice arc. A lot of the characters within it do as well. You know, the Orcs, they were pillagers. One thing that I have talked about in the comments in the past, I think there's like a few people who are just like obsessed with hating the Orcs. I just want to remind you, this is like a fictional story. It's just a little weird, it feels like, the way some people talk about it. It feels a little too real. But anyway, the Orcs used to live on their own continent, and that continent was destroyed and sunk. As we learned, it was when the then normal Orcs that got turned into the Mogtar accidentally woke up Tregok, and Tregok sunk their continent. So they fled and were almost completely exterminated by, like, the elements because they were just on boats, and Brian saved them and brought them to Arkain, where they lived on islands, the Orc islands, that you can't really grow food on. So I'm not saying, like, oh, it's fine that they, like, raid and pillage and kill people. What I am saying, though, is it makes sense from their perspective that they were never able to really build a society or a civilization that could thrive and trade when they had no choice, right? Again, it doesn't excuse their actions, but it just makes sense. If you could just the understanding is there for how they ended up in the type of warlike pillaging society that they were in when they were forced to settle on the Orc Islands. If they were just left alone on their home continent, who knows? Who knows what they used to be like, and who knows what they could be if they weren't forced to leave and were on the brink of annihilation. So I think what Amari is doing is she's trying to veer them away from that path that they were sort of forced to go down. And, you know, it went from pillaging to survive, maybe, to pillaging to survive, but also pillaging because it's fun. And I think that pillaging because it's fun element is what, you know, the Orcs are rightfully criticized for, and that's what Amari is trying to change. But I'm pleased with the idea that the other factions, the other races, aren't just like, oh, yeah, we'll join you, no problem, it's easy. Like, they all have a very distinct reason to do so, and some of them put up some good questions, and, like, Vanessa basically tricked the poor Ogre Legion into joining us, and I think they become probably the best units in the Dominion later. I'm talking about the Tribal Dominion. I'm like, oh, I won't spoil things from the second books, but here we are. The Orcs, it's just the Orc Alliance at this point with these different races. It'll just going to get a fancy new name eventually, that's all. Yeah, I guess I could have made this mission into one episode. It wouldn't have been that much longer than an hour, but I'm fine splitting them. We talk a little bit about the story. The only thing I remember about the Gnolls that I felt like wasn't properly resolved in the second Orc book is Eredon talks about there being a temple on Gnoll Island, and, like, the Gnolls don't understand what they actually have there. It seems like it's a temple involving Eredon or Tregok or Barazel. I don't know, one of them. And perhaps the true story will actually help us understand what that was all about. Otherwise, I remember the next second Orc book mission, easily forgotten. So easily forgotten is we're just randomly killing pirates to escape Gnoll Island. I had completely forgotten about that mission until I went back and I looked at my second Orc book playlist. And yeah, totally forgot that exists. I think it's Zora, which is Merlin's daughter, which we saw. She showed up at the very end of the Lost Daughters epilogue of the last act. Not the last act, 2 acts ago. She just shows up. She's pirate. She's got pirate ships, and I think, at least in the second Orc book, she's working for Derek. That might be different now. No idea. But the fact that that mission was not memorable at all makes me hope that Shar has some ideas to spice it up and make it fit into the true story to actually give us something interesting that happens in it, as opposed to, like, escape Gnoll Island, right? Because I guess looking back, it was one of those maps that could have been there or not there, and I feel like not much would have changed in the grander scheme of the story at all. Okay, well, yeah, thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.